Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to another YouTube Live. If you're getting a notification on this, you may note that this is the second time, yes, twice, that I have been live on YouTube today, tonight. Call it what you want, but here I am. Here we are. I'm going on a couple of big trips. I've got ISSE Long Beach coming up this weekend, and then a major event with John Amico Professional Hair Care. So I've got to bank a little bit of video content before we head off in that way. But this is our weekly video in which we address our weekly focus topic for, this is for next week. By the time you see this, it'll be this week. But here we are, we're live. Chat is open. Like, comment, share, turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel. Never miss one of these. What are we talking about? We're talking about the idea that you, as a professional hair cutter, have an expiration date. And I know for some people, this probably is going to be an uncomfortable conversation, probably maybe a scary little topic, but I say it in the text version of this conversation. You're like a gallon of milk, a chunk of cheese, or a chicken breast on a foam tray at the grocery store. You're fresh. You're going to go bad. You have an expiration date. You cannot do this haircut thing that we do forever. You literally can't. There is you don't know what the end date is, but there's only so long you can do this for a number of reasons. So I think it's really important early on in your career, if it is early on in your career. And my career, I'm 33 years in, so I'm probably closer to the end than I am to the beginning, but not important for your situation. For your situation, it is wherever you are, recognize that the horizon has an end date and plan for it and be ready for it and do what you can to set yourself up to succeed between now and whenever that expiration date comes. If you can plan it for yourself, great. If it sneaks up on you, if you sustain a major injury, all of a sudden, career's over. You got to be thinking ahead towards the possibility that some things can happen. So let's talk about my top tips for planning for your professional hair cutter expiration date. Number one, you got to take care of you. The expression is, you can't take care of them if you don't take care of you. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about eating well. We're talking about getting enough sleep. We're talking about exercising regularly. We're talking about scheduling a lunch and taking a lunch. We're talking about having hobbies and family time and dividing and compartmentalizing your professional and your non-professional, non-business life in the interest of balance, in the interest of mental health, in the interest of physical health. So it starts out with take care of you to have the longest, most successful professional career. Next on the list, and I think this should be maybe first on the list, they're not in a particular order. Next on the list is move differently. Whatever it is you're doing behind the chair, start to mix it up. Start to move differently. Our industry is loaded with people who suffer from repetitive motion injuries. Doing this with a scissors all day, pretty soon you got carpal tunnel. You got a bad shoulder. You've got problems. Leaning over a chair, hunching over, pretty soon you got a bad back. Leg problems. The list of ailments and aches and challenges that we can physically have behind the chair can get pretty long and can look pretty scary. One thing you can do early on is start to move differently. What do I mean? Well, scissors, pick up a clipper, switch to a razor, change up the way you use that hand and the tools that you use as a result for a longer, healthier career. Change the height of the chair. Adjusting the height of the chair will hit your back differently and allow for you to enjoy different posture and more comfort behind the chair. Halston got a comment. Continue working on barbering. Your energy is unparalleled. Keep motivating. Hey, you keep tuning in. Halston, you keep turning in. I'll keep putting it out. Thank you for being a follower. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting. So move different. Next on and move different also includes things like moving on a good chair mat underneath your chair, wearing good, right, proper, healthy shoes. Those all fit into this category. Next on the list is cut fewer people for more money. cut fewer people for more money. So here's the deal. If you're only good for 248,000 haircuts, and I don't know what the magic haircut number is for a career, but if you're only good for a finite number of haircuts before your arm falls off, before your back breaks, before you just can't do it anymore, I think the secret to a long, healthy career is cut them slower, fewer haircuts, and cut them for more money. Do the math. If you can only do 240,000 haircuts, if you do them all for $10, you make a lot less than if you do them for 10 and then you go up to 20 and then you go up to 30 and then you go up to 40 and then you go up to 50. The more haircuts that you cut for more money will make you more money sooner in your career. And we'll get into the next step in what you can do to be conscious of your expiration date. Another comment on here. Thank you. That's Dr. Fadenstyle. I appreciate your comment and your compliment there. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here. Next on the list is retirement planning. I don't care how old you are. If you are old enough to see this video and hear my voice, you are old enough to begin to save for the future, to begin retirement planning. When you factor in the compounding ability of money, the ability to invest and save, whether it is in the market, whether it is in CDs, whether it is in other savings instruments, whether it is in purchasing investment real estate, all of the things that you can do with money to grow money. And I tell people all the time at a hair show, somebody asked if you were talking to young people entering into our business, and they asked the question, what is the advice you would give a young person entering into our business? The single greatest piece of advice I am giving young people right now is spend less money, save more money. Whether it is dining out or a new car or clothes, you've got all the stuff you need. I mean, yeah, there's stuff you need, there's stuff you want. And what's the point of having the money if you don't enjoy it? But there comes a point in time in which you've got enough stuff, or the stuff you have is good enough stuff. And don't let Instagram and social media and competitive pressure put you in a situation of feeling that you need more stuff. You don't. Start socking that money away, because the sooner you amass a big, big pile of money, the sooner you don't worry about the expiration date. The sooner you're not scared of the day when you don't do this anymore. Maybe you'll start looking forward to what you're going to do next. And that ties into the last point I want to make on here, and that is, if you're going to be in the haircut game, if you're going to do this, have fun. Really enjoy this, because you know what? Your career can be very, very long. And if you're not having fun, a really long career doing something you don't enjoy, and we all have maybe a dad, maybe a grandpa, maybe an uncle, maybe somebody in the family who's done something for many, many years and they've hated it and been miserable. Sure, it put money on the table. That's nice. But young people need to purchase the $100,000 Haircutter book. I love that book. I love that you love that book. Again, Dr. Fadenstyle, thank you so much for that comment. If you don't know about it, there's a new book. If you don't know about the new book, 100 by 100, that's 100 new haircut customers in 100 days. That is a blow up your business book. That book was launched January 1. It's going to be for sale this weekend at the Long Beach show. If you don't have it, jump on clipperguy.com or Amazon, get yourself a copy. But we're having fun. We've got to be having fun. If you're not having fun, boy, this career is going to be long. The flip side is, if you're having fun, it's going to be over before you know it. So number one, that's not a bad thing. But number two, if you find a way to have fun in any job, and if you're listening to this video and you're not a professional hair cutter, you still want to have fun in whatever work you do. You want to be a burger flipper. You want to be a fireman. Want to be a tax accountant? Why would you want to be a tax accountant? But whatever it is that you want to do. Yes, I will be at IBS New York, Dr. Fadenstyle. I will have the book. I've got a referrals class at that show and a lot of great stuff. But I will be in New York coming up in, I think that's March, whatever the date of that show is. But got to have fun. If you don't have fun, it's long and it's drawn out and it's terrible. If you're having fun, the ability to figure out how to have fun no matter what you do will serve you well in whatever happens after haircutting, whatever is your next career and your next job and the next thing you'll want to do. We all want to cut hair as long as we can. We all want to cut hair forever, just like I do. because I love it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love cutting hair, and I still love cutting hair every single time I work behind the chair and cut hair. But I'm also conscious of the fact that it's a blessing and a gift to be able to continue to do it. And at some point, if that blessing or gift runs out, I need to be prepared for what is next. You have an expiration date as a hair cutter. Reach out to me if I can help. Comments, of course, chat, patreon.com. I'll put that in the description here in the link. You know where to find me on social media. March 8th to the 10th, I'll be at the Johnny B. I love Johnny B. Love Johnny B Mode. That is a fabulous hairstyling gel. And you'll be at Johnny B. And if I don't come find you, you'll come find me. One way or the other, our paths will cross at the show in New York. So Long Beach is this week. IBS New York's coming up in March. Lots going on. Thanks for tuning in and watching tonight. And reach out and ask if I can help. I want to do that. Have a great evening, guys. Thank you all. Bye-bye.